And there were so many cases where the interpreter came and interprets inaccurately. To be honest, they aren't that good.
They are not good, I know that.
Based on that misinterpretation, the foreigner may get prosecuted and even get sentenced guilty.
Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is called Your Life Lawyer. It means that you can depend your life on us. Hi, my name is Goeun Lee.
And my name is Hansol Kim. We are former prosecutors. We were prosecutors for many years in Korea. And now we are criminal attorneys in Lawfirm Ongang.
Yes. Hansol, why are we speaking in English for today?
First, because we speak English.
Yes.
And second, we've been talking about this ever since we became lawyers. And even when we are still prosecutors, that there are people who do not speak Korean, but are involved in Korean criminal procedure, and that they really need help from the lawyers that speak their language.
Yes, and we believe that it is really important to hire or consult with someone who can speak your language really well, right?
Absolutely. When I was a prosecutor, I did so many cases with foreigners being the defendant or the victim. And I don't know why, but most of them did not have any lawyers with them. And actually, the only one time that I saw a foreigner with lawyers was the GM Dale's case. The plaintiff was GM's vice president. Well, he came to my office and he brought 5 lawyers.
5?
Yeah.
Wow.
And 2 of them were Canadian and 3 of them were Korean. And one of the Korean lawyers was interpreting.
So GM Vice President is really rich. So he can hire many lawyers who can speak English very well, even like Canadian lawyers. But how about foreigners who do not have any lawyers for them? What happens?
What usually happens is they come without any lawyers, right? And when the foreigner comes to the office without any lawyers or interpreters, the prosecutor's office has this list of interpreters. They call and ask them to come and interpret. To be honest, they aren't that good.
They are not good, I know that.
And there were so many cases where the interpreter came and interprets inaccurately.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is big of a problem because that misinterpretation is what is going to be a criminal evidence, and the foreigner who does not know that misinterpretation was taken.
They didn't know that, right?
I knew it, but based on that misinterpretation, the foreigner may get prosecuted and even get sentenced guilty. But at the same time, it is also hard to blame those interpreters because usually their first language is not Korean. And many of them are not familiar with the terms that we use.
I have one similar situation. When I was a prosecutor in Busan, there is one foreigner cases, like a foreigner speaks 10 sentences, but interpreter only 2 sentences, which was not that important in that cases. Even though I can speak and understand what they are speaking, but I couldn't help because I cannot interview in English. I cannot write down what they are speaking and what they are arguing about the cases. So at that time, I thought that if they have a lawyer who can speak and argue in English very well, maybe the foreigner are not in that same trouble.
It may seem very stupid, but prosecutor can only write down what the interpreter says.
Yes, right.
Not what the foreigner says.
Yes, because of fairness.
And that is very awkward situation because if you see the interpreter misinterprets, you can't really say, hey, you are not interpreting accurately.
Yeah, the prosecutor cannot do that, right?
No.
Why don't you tell us about how your life as a prosecutor was?
Well, I started out as a DA in Incheon's prosecutor's office, and it was a great experience for me because being a prosecutor, you actually are trained on how to be a litigator. So you have this intense training about a year where you literally learn how to start investigation, how to present yourself in the court, and how to prosecute. So that is sort of a place where you can build your foundation as an attorney. And if you think you may want to be a litigator, working at a prosecutor's office is a great start. And Incheon office is one of the best prosecutor's offices out there just because there are so many cases at Incheon office. But I really enjoyed working at Incheon office because the prosecutors were really like a family, and I actually miss those days every so often. As a prosecutor, you learn a lot. I prosecuted a lot of cases. I tried a lot of cases. I really enjoyed it, but it really was an intense, hands-on profession to be a prosecutor.
Okay. What do you think that makes you different from other criminal lawyers who do not have prosecutor base?
There are about 2,000 prosecutors in Korea, and only half of that, which is 1,000 prosecutors, does all the investigation and prosecution and the trials. There really is a lack of manpower in Korean prosecution service. For example, one prosecutor does about 200 cases a month in average, which makes each prosecutor the master of criminal procedure. I know how investigation starts. I know how police and prosecutors investigate. I know how prosecutors prosecute. I know how trial works. I know what the sentence is going to be. I know literally everything about Korean criminal procedure. That is my strength, and that makes me different from other criminal attorneys, and that makes Ongang different from other law firms. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Okay, see you next time. Bye.